Hey guys, my name is Amber. Um, I am from the Midwest and I have multiple chronic illnesses, lupus and fibromyalgia and migraines being the top few. And today I wanted to come on here and talk about some tips for living with chronic illness. Of course, nothing went smoothly as it should have as far as getting on to this little website this afternoon. Everything had to be a little bit more challenging than it should have, but we are on now. If you were on, let me know you're here and shout out where you're from, and we will get this started. I don't want to make this real long. I do have notes in my lap, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. One of the main topics of the series that I wanted to talk about today is self care. When you live with a chronic illness, self care is one of the biggest things I think we all forget about because we're all concerned about making sure that everybody else is taken care of and everybody else's feelings are put first. So, one of the big things is that it is okay to say no. We don't have to say yes to everything. It is okay for us to, if we're not feeling well or we just don't want to do something, it is okay to go ahead and say no to things. We don't have to be the yes man. We can say no and, or reschedule. That's okay. People's feelings may get hurt, but we have to watch out for ourselves, because if we don't watch out for ourselves, no one else is going to watch out for us. I'm sorry to say it, but it's just the way it is. Another thing is, we have to find me time, so to speak, whether it's a bath at the end of the day or a glass of wine or whatever it is that you do to pamper yourself. That's what you need to do. You know, I say at least a few times a week, try to find me time. Take time to read a few chapters in a book, or take a long bath. Whatever it is, you need to be finding a few times a week to make sure that you're doing that. Or if your favorite thing is to get a massage or a facial, make sure you're finding a few times a month, or how often you'd like to do that, to get that done, because that is an important part of caring for ourselves. Another thing is to make sure every day that you're doing something for yourselves. I think we all get wrapped up in taking care of our families, making sure that our friends are taken care of, so just make sure that every day that you're checking to make sure that your meds are taken, and that you're following up on things for you, instead of just always making sure that your kids and your husband and even the dogs and such are taken care of, that you're taking care of yourself. Um, and then another part of this in self care is, if something doesn't feel right to you, don't do it. If your friends are going out for dinner and dancing and something just doesn't feel right about it, it's like I said, it's okay to say no. You can just go to dinner. If you're really unsure of trying to go out for dancing, that's okay. Your friends will be appreciative of the fact that you came out at all. And if they don't understand why you're not feeling up to going to dancing, that's okay. You don't have to go out. You have to, like I said, you have to take care of you. So if something doesn't feel right to you, or, and this even goes to for the health side of things too, if you know you go to the doctor and something just feels wrong, you can't put your finger on it, but something has just been eating at you and you can't figure out what is wrong, and the doctor continues to blow you off, make sure you fight for that. Make sure that you stand up for yourself, because you're going to be your best advocate. If you feel like something's wrong, you're going to be the one who knows that. So if something feels wrong, it probably is. So make sure that you're fighting for that, whether it be with your friends and family or with your health. Um my last topic, or my last point today for the self-care part of my series, is make plans around you, not others. You know, if you've had a really busy week and you need to rest, that's okay. Go ahead and make plans with your family for next week or the following week. Make plans around you and how you're feeling, not around everybody else's schedule, because you're the only one that knows how you feel. So you have to make sure that you're kept watching out for your back and making sure that you're going to feel good, because you're the only one that understands that if you do too much in a day or too much in a week, that you're going to pay for it. So that's all I have for today. So my big takeaway for the day would just be to be your own advocate and make sure you take time for you. Self-care is very, very important in the realm of living with a chronic illness. If we don't take care of ourselves, no one else is going to make sure that we do. We have to do it for ourselves. And if we don't take that time to do it, it's not going to get done and we're not going to feel better, because you have to make sure that you're taking that time to rest and rejuvenate. Um, I've really enjoyed this, and I hope the next time we have some of you guys asking some questions and interacting with me. And I plan on being back on here Tuesday to do the second part of my tips for living with a chronic illness. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk with you soon. Have a good night.